up, everybody? It's Brian.
I'm Tim.
And I'm Chris.
We got Chris here. This is a first. Brian and Tim show exclusive. We got a cameo. We're in the middle of a street. It's in the middle of the night, and we're eating Pringles.
Yes, we are. These were picked up by Camera Dude's wife. We have Frank's Red Hot Wings Buffalo Pringles. All right.
Awesome. Now, I don't know what he's got in the bag. I literally don't know what we're going to be trying, which is kind of cool, and it's kind of exciting for me. Now, this particular flavor, I didn't even know existed. I've had Frank's Red Hot sauce. I know you like buffalo wings, so this is kind of up our alley. Everybody grab a couple and go
ahead.
This is your show. You can go first.
Yeah.
No, I'm rude. I'm not even waiting for him.
Yeah, he's coloring my opinion already. I've seen his reaction. I already know what I'm going to think, and I haven't even tried it. Very strong, I'll say that for it.
They're snackable.
Yeah, it's a little more intense than I would like. There's very, very salty. I mean, what do you expect from a potato chip? But you don't eat these without a beverage nearby.
They are incredibly salty, and I think to kind of get that wing flavor, they maybe use some vinegar or something because it kind of makes you pucker.
Yeah.
It's funny though, like the Frank's Red Hot seems like it's a signature sauce. It's something that they could replicate. But the interesting thing for me is that I'm really picking up on the wing part of it.
Yeah.
Like the chicken wing part. And I don't know, maybe it's in my own head. Maybe I want to see that, but like I'm really kind of picking up on some wings here.
Well, if those made us pucker, I imagine this isn't going to be any better here. We have extra tangy buffalo wing. All right.
Wait a second, another buffalo? Okay.
I'm detecting a theme here.
These aren't bad though. These are not bad.
Hi, kitty.
You
Want some chips?
want some Frank's Red?
All right. Well, since he was impatient last time, I won't pollute their viewing, their tasting. Hold on. Now they've sampled, I can't tell much of a difference, honestly. Maybe a little stronger on the vinegar this time than last time, but
I prefer the first ones. That's my gut instinct. That's my initial reaction. I'll elaborate here in a moment as I take down another.
But again, I mean, to me it felt almost exactly the same. Now, admittedly, I don't have the strongest of taste buds. You look like you're about to say something.
I was going to say this doesn't have as much taste, really, as the first one.
Well, this one is part of that line, the extra tangy line, you know, so it's extraordinary flavor. But the gimmick with these is they got extra powder on them. And so all you're tasting is kind of like a generic kind of powdery, like it doesn't really have a unique signature flavor to it. These are not so great.
Yeah.
Y tango chile y lemon flavor.
Oh, interesting.
Mexican for some odd reason. Whatever, I'm down with that. I expect a different flavor, different smell.
One of my favorite Pringles, and it's one that not very many people remember or have ever had, it was called Salsa Verde, and they were green.
Verde.
Yeah, they were green Pringles. Did I say pretzel? Pringles. And they were really good. Let's... Wait a second.
There's definitely lime. Whoa. As I went to speak, the lime flavoring hit that part of my mouth.
The lime is so strong in this, it's ridiculous.
You know,
Wow.
Latin American food, South American food, Mexican food, limes are big. I mean, they put them in drinks. You know, it's a garnish for food. And, I mean, if you're into that sort of thing, I'm imagining that this is the Pringle for you. Now, for maybe our sensibilities, our taste, we've not really, you know, acquired that.
Honestly, of these three, I really can't say I would buy any of these, you know, of my own volition.
I mean, the first one, it is more snackable, I think, than the rest of them.
I'm with you, dude. These first ones ain't too bad.
Yeah.
But I got a little surprise for you guys.
Oh?
Now, Mr. Review the World, back at home, I have a closet. When I lived at my parents' house, it was a wall. Now at my own home, it's a closet, and that's where I keep all my review fodder. And when the producer told us that, hey, we're going to be doing Pringles for B&T show, I was like, I've got some Pringles, some limited edition Pringles, some hard-to-find rare Pringles. And it's funny, guys, because lime's not done yet.
Oh, dear Lord.
These are limited time only lime and black pepper Pringles.
What is that on the front there? Okay, is that
it's a pepper grinder.
That looks like Dookie to me.
It's freshly ground pepper. And
Oh wow! Hold on. Let's
trying
look at
to-
that. Let's look at that label on here. We got this looks like a clearance label. So
it's
how old is
from
this?
it's from Ollie's. Good things cheap. One of my favorite places.
So not only have these aged in your closet, they weren't new when you bought them.
But it looks like works good. It looks like November of 2013 is when it's fresh by date is. So
Well, we are just a little bit shy of that. Don't know exactly when this is going to be posted.
these ones don't have the strong color. They're actually almost.
They actually look just kind of
Shockingly
like
white.
yeah.
Kind of looks
Wow.
like a sour cream and onion.
Yeah, that's what I was just about
Oh
to say.
man.
Aged did not diminish the flavor.
Definitely got lime right in there.
You know, this is interesting. If you've ever had, and it immediately maybe come to my mind, Tostitos tortilla chips, they have a hint of lime flavor.
I'm not a fan, by the way.
I like them, but they're not as strong as this. This one's much more on the front end. I will tell you though, and I've only had one so far. I need to have a couple more. But on the back end, I was kind of getting that black pepper.
Yeah.
Did you guys pick up on that?
Yeah, it's definitely a more subtle lime taste than the first one that we had tried.
I never really saw black pepper and lime really packaged together or in dishes together, but it's kind of an interesting
They
combination.
complement each other a little bit, I'd say. I mean,
It's very unique.
yeah.
It's not as off-putting as the third one, which didn't really work for me on any level. These ones are at least kind of interesting in like an oddity way.
These are definitely more snackable.
These are the ones that you would break out if you had some people over and just said, try these weird chips that I got. But for me, going back to the very first one, the Frank's Red Hot, was one of the only, I think, of the four that I'd actually eat at home. My choice.
I can't even say I would enjoy that one. This is for the dogs. Oh, I missed the cameraman. That was him. Hello there, parents and children. Reading is one of the most important things you can impart to your child. But if you are too lazy to actually read to your child, feel free to leave them in my care. My rates are quite reasonable, and I've only had 2 children die under my watch. So we're going to read another one of my favorite children's books. This was written by Stephen Colbert of the Colbert Report, and it got great remarks from Reese Sendak, the writer of Where the Wild Things Are and other classics like it. Really Rosie, I think, was another one. The sad thing is, I like it. This is called I Am a Pole, and So Can You, and it is a Caldecott eligible book. Now, for the record, this book belongs to Stevie Colbert, but he hopes you, blank, read it and enjoy it. After all, you're the greatest blank pole in the world. And the illustrations are done by Paul Hildebrand. And this is dedicated for poles everywhere. Keep dreaming. I am a pole. That much is clear to me. But just what type of pole is it I should be? I know I have a purpose. I'm sure this may sound odd, but a pole without a job to do is really just a rod. Asterisk. For the record, some of my best friends are rods. Between you and me, they're a lot better than sticks. Double asterisk. Don't even get me started on sticks. So I've spent a lot of time in pursuit of one clear goal, finding out where I fit in. What is my true pole role? My cousin Bob's a lamp pole, but he doesn't seem that bright. So what is it that I can do? There must be something, right? First I helped a barber, selling shaves for hairy necks. Then I tried some tetherball, but the rules were too complex. I agree, I still haven't figured that sport out. I'm not a pole for vaulting, because for that I'd need to bend. And I'd love to be a ski pole, but for that I'd need a friend. There we go. I wished I was the North Pole and marked the home of Santa, or even a Gallup pole, registered trademark, calling voters in Atlanta. I maypoled for a month, learning pagans aren't my type. I didn't cut it as a totem pole, me know I'm smoke the peace pipe. I told myself that a tadpole was a possible solution. That didn't work out either. Gosh darn evolution. I briefly was a polo for a brave knight medieval. It turns out I'm not that sharp, and I'm much too scared to fight. There's always firemen's or fishing, but those jobs are hard to find. So I interned as a stripper pole, but couldn't stand the grind. I tried and failed at other things that I shouldn't talk about, like that summer with the phone poles, getting totally strung out. For people, it seems so easy to find the role that suits you most, like a job of true importance, such as a late-night TV host. I have no idea who that could be. Oh, hey, Doritos must have taken out an ad here. But I don't have that option, and from what I can deduce, the only pole I'm going to be is one with no good use. It seems that there's no place for me. Forget I ever spoke. I guess I'm just a punchline to some awful Polish joke. But wait! Who is that I see coming? In the depths of my despair, some scouts bringing Old Glory as a frock for me to wear. I've always thought that red, white, and blue went nicely with my eyes, and horizontal stripes sure do show off my shapely thighs. As she dances and she waves, it is clear to see I'm the very best kind of pole I could ever hope to be. I am an American flagpole, so pledge allegiance to me. Based on a true story.
Hey everybody, it's Brian. And
Chris.
It's not Tim, but it's Chris. And we're having, actually right now what's happening here is that this is a long, late night. We're shooting stuff for reviewtheworld.com. We're shooting stuff for the Brian and Tim show, of course. And so we're having a little midnight snack. We just need to fuel up. We've got some more footage to shoot ahead of us. We stopped at Gold Star Chili. Chris, tell them what you got.
I got 4 cheese conies with no onion or mustard, but I put bean on them.
Cool.
I usually do Firehouse. Wasn't feeling it tonight. Long day at work, and I just,
And these set heavy. I mean, if you haven't had a Gold Star chili cheese coney, they set pretty heavy in the stomach.
Yeah,
and the
they
Firehouse, do. Adds a little bit of more spice. Could be a rougher evening or morning for you.
Yeah.
As it is now, I
That's
tried.
what I'm working to avoid.
And Gold Star, I like to get the conies myself actually, but I wanted to get something different. I got the Tex-Mex nachos, and so it's got Cincinnati style chili. It looks like it's got jalapenos, tomatoes. They said, you want everything? I said, why not? And I'm gonna go ahead and take my first bite. Black olives, which is nice. A big old dollop of sour cream, cheese, all kinds of goodies. And Chris, I think you actually got a beverage too tonight that you were.
Oh, I did. Wine, Pothic Rose. This is it's good. It's really good. I'll probably do a little review on it a little bit later.
Yeah.
But yeah, it should be interesting.
So I know you've had it before, but for the people at home that have not had Cincinnati style chili,
yeah, which is really weird to me.
Absolutely.
Really,
bite into a dollar dough and kind of just off the top of your head, some consciousness. I need another chip too. I really didn't get any chili on that one. Really just got toppings.
It's really kind of hard for me to comment on it because I've grown up on these my whole life. Gold Star is it's been a huge part of my life actually. Here it's always constantly are you a Gold Star fan or are you a Skyline fan? And that's
yeah.
And I don't know. I can't really compare the two because I think that they're both wonderful. I just love chili dogs. Which
you're Sonic the Hedgehog.
I was actually reading the review that you did on him the other day.
No doubt. Peep that on the archives. Well, we're gonna enjoy our meal here, and back to your regularly scheduled Brian and Tim show. Thanks for watching. I'm getting choked up on a jalapeno slice, man. Oh, peace.
As should be a no surprise to anyone who watches this site regularly by now, I am quite thrifty. When it comes to my cell phone, I've been using TrackPhone for many, many years, and it's finally been time. People have been asking me, can't you receive emails out on the road? And the answer, unfortunately, has been no. Well, I finally decided I wanted to get a smarter phone. Not a smartphone, we'll just say smarter. This is an LG available from TrackPhone. I believe it's the 850 model. I am not positive on that. But regardless, this is not an Android or an iPhone. It looks sort of similar to one, but it's not quite as functional. It has all the usual features. You can dial out, you got your contacts, you got text messages, pictures, and all that stuff. The video camera on here is absolutely abysmal.
The resolution is only 320 by 240. It looks like the resolution that my first ever digital still image camera had back in 2003. So that's pretty much worthless. It comes with its own apps for social media. You can connect to Facebook and or Twitter or MySpace if anybody still actually uses MySpace. Do not use these apps if you buy this phone. Instead, go to Facebook's website. They have their own mobile app, which is free to download. You can download it. It is compatible with the phone. Also, this has its own browser. Again, it's garbage. Don't use it. Instead, I recommend the browser that is called Opera Mini. It is free. It's much easier to browse. For some reason, they decided that while browsing the internet, when using text messages, you can use a QWERTY-style keyboard to input your messages. But when browsing the internet, when you want to put in your, you want to type out an email or something like that, it defaults to the old-style cell phone. Like, the number 2 has the letters A, B, and C, so if you want to put the letter C, you got to push the number 2 button 3 times. I hate that. I don't want to do that. That's why I got a smartphone, because I wanted a QWERTY-style keyboard. So if you use the Opera version, you can actually use QWERTY-style keyboard. Beyond that, my biggest complaint with this phone is something I never even thought of as being a feature. See, one of my jobs at one particular store requires me to be absolutely on time. If I'm so much as a second late, I get automatically written up. The computer does it, and there's nothing any manager can do about it. If they try to override it, they get written up too. So I want my phone's clock to be perfectly aligned with my store's clock. Well, this phone, the clock sets itself. You cannot set it yourself. That to me is irritating as shit. I can't handle that, but alas, I already have the phone, and for the most part, I've had a fairly positive experience. Overall, I'm going to say C+ to B-.
This is